Hello, hello. Don't know why my stream was deleted off Facebook, but here we are. What's going on there? We're going live, going live, going live. Everybody here? Don't know why we need to edit it. Just go ahead and go live. Facebook be tripping. Hey, everybody. Hey, tell everybody we own. I'm trying to get the Facebook part up and running because it seems to be tripping. I'm going to remove it from there and see if we can add it back. I don't know if you can add it as you go though. Remove. I'm going to see if I can run Facebook. Hey, Cynthia and Cheryl, how y'all doing? I'm trying to get the Facebook live stream to work, but Facebook is just Facebook. Saving changes, it doesn't seem to want to go. So we might have to remove it. And see, I don't know if you can go live again. I mean, if you can add it to, I'm going to edit up here and see if it'll let me add them. Oh, yeah, maybe this will work. See if it'll let me add them along the way. Okay, the stream is already live, so just add to it. Failed to post on Facebook. Start with the chart. Your content could be shared because this link. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh my goodness gracious. I'm here. I hope y'all are here too. Hey there, folks. How we doing? I'm trying to edit this Facebook live stream because they don't seem to like the link I have in the go live area. I don't know what that's all about. Hey, Lisa Henry. Ain't seen you in a minute. Let's see if it'll go now. Ah, there we go. Now looks like Facebook might want to do right. Facebook might want to be a do right man or a do right woman. That's all right. I'll put what I need to put into a banner. Won't be stopped. Can't stop, won't stop. Don't even try to stop me. Don't even try to stop me. Okay, so we're going to talk about what's going on this coming week. Here in a second, if I can ever get all my technicals to work right. Hope everybody's having a really good weekend. Did some rest. You know, I always talk about making sure that you get some rest, right? To let your nervous system rest. I went to the grocery store today and I went to Walmart. I decided I was going to go early. It was early. It was like 10. Felt early to me. Everybody who's over on Instagram, y'all come and find me on YouTube or go to the Facebook group so you can see my screen. YouTube.com. I'm putting the link in the chat in case you don't already know it, in case you're not subscribed. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe while you're there. There we go. Hey, Alicia. So yeah. Let me see what that's all about. All righty. I got you, buddy. So I see some folks in the chat. Hey y'all, thanks for letting me see your names and stuff, because I think you have to give StreamYard permission to see your names. Janae, yeah, a nice long walk today would have been a really good idea. I feel like I was walking a lot, though. I was in Walmart going back and forth trying to find the different things. Walmart did not have any turkey wing parts, in case anybody was concerned about that. They didn't have any. So I sent my husband to Winn-Dixie, and he picked up 3 packs. But then he was like, when he got outside and called, he's like, "Did you know that?" I think he thought the packs were $4 and some change a piece, but it turns out they were like 4 and some change per pound, not per pack. So after he spent a few more dollars than he thought he was going to spend, he was like, "When did turkey wings get so expensive?" I said, "Supply and demand, baby. It's supply and demand." Especially because they know, because when I asked the guy at Walmart, I was like, "Are y'all going to have any turkey parts anytime soon?" He was like, "I'm sorry, we're not, ma'am." He's like, we don't anticipate any more pieces between now and then. I was like, "Well, that sucks, but all right. All right, I probably could have tried Sam's. I just didn't feel like driving over there." Okay, so hey everybody, it's good to see you all. Letting you in on my prepping Sunday. I try to take Sundays off, even though I always say that. I still end up doing stuff on Sunday. Hey, Gianfranco, I always still end up doing stuff on Sunday, but I did a better job today because yesterday we did our the how to read stock charts workshop. Oh, phenomenal. It was phenomenal yesterday. Oh, we learned so much. I thought we were going to be 90 minutes. Turned out we were like 2.5 hours instead of an hour and a half. We were 2.5 hours. But I believe it was good information. Everybody hung out the whole time. Nobody was like, deuces, you taking too long. Everybody stayed there. That's because I really kept it going, and it was really, really going. I see Royal Diadem says we had an awesome class, and thank you. I really appreciate that, to know that it was appreciated and the information is useful. Hopefully everybody will be able to use the information they learned today, tomorrow. So on our call today, I'm going to talk a little bit about our stocks. All right. I'm going to talk not first about that. I'm going to talk about what last week looked like. I'm going to talk about what meetings are coming up this week. It's Thanksgiving week. So, happy Thanksgiving to all. It is Thanksgiving week, but sometimes in Thanksgiving week, you kind of got a little bit of a bull run. It kind of depends on what's going on. SPX is kind of saturated, but you also have lower volume because people start traveling and holidaying, and like the offices where the brokers and stuff are, they take days off too. Generally, the market is closed on Thanksgiving, but it's open the day after Thanksgiving. But you already know the volume the day after Thanksgiving is not a thing to do. If I could give you one little piece of advice for those who are swing traders who carry over trades, I would suggest that you not carry a trade over from Wednesday to Friday. And of course, I'm saying this because I had a really bad experience, a humongous loss several years ago, when a trade we put in on Wednesday that was set to expire on Friday, and the Thursday in between was Thanksgiving. And the Chinese market had a crash, basically, of the housing, something to do with their housing. And during the middle of the night on Thanksgiving night, basically alerts going off like the prices have fallen all into, and by the time you wake up, you get to Friday morning. By the time we got to Friday morning, and basically everybody in our community had their trades breached, and there was nothing you can do because they were breached by a significant amount. And it's basically like once the market opened, it was like, no. Yeah. Janae said she thought that on Veterans Friday and the market ran up. That actually happened, Janae. You're right, that we thought it was going to be a low or a lull day with low volume, and the market ran up all day long. So you're right. I don't like to say that there's a lot of manipulators, but the market has its manipulations going on. It's got manipulations. All right. After I go through the meetings, I'm going to talk about the few earnings that are on the list for today. For this week, there's only a few. And then we normally would go into trades after that. But I have a special guest hanging out with us today, my good old buddy, Dylan. Dylan is the co-founder of PeakBot, and PeakBot is the automated trading or automated investing system that we've been using, I've been using, my community has been using, and Dylan's going to come on and he'll talk about automated trading, automated investing. Very, very straightforward. Some of the ones that you have to go create your own bot. You got to do this, that, and the third, and put all the stuff in place. Not on PeakBot. You pick the strategy you want, you pick the stock you want to do it on, and it does for you. Of course, Dylan can explain it a whole lot more than me, but I do like the fact that it is straightforward. As an educator, I want to make sure that the people who are trading with us can see what we're doing, and it can be easily explained and duplicated, because if it's too cumbersome or confusing, people just they don't do it, or they don't stick with it, or they get confused. Anytime the tech gets too involved, people don't do as well with that. And I totally get it. I totally understand how that happens. So the way we avoid that is we try to keep it simple. Keep it simple. Okay, I'm going to leave this here, and I'm going to share my screen. I wanted to look at last week. Let me figure out how to get. Oh, I'm here. Am I here? Yes, I'm here. I am here. I hope you all followed me. If you follow me on Facebook, you should have been able to see the trade ideas that I put in earlier today. I want the different one. Trade ideas that I put in today for next week. Potential. Remember, nothing we talk about here is investment advice. It is really all just me talking about the stuff that I'm talking about, and you listening to me talk about the stuff I'm talking about. That's the way that goes. You are the CEO of your own portfolio. Everybody, you are your own CEO. I don't want anybody to feel like I'm doing this because Arlissa said. Well, Arlissa may have said this might be something you might consider doing, but you have to do your own due diligence, and I'll even help you with understanding what is that? Like, what does all this due diligence mean? What do I mean by that when I say do your own due diligence? I'll help you understand that, but everybody pushes their own buttons. I purposely do not call out trades for that very reason I just mentioned, because when it doesn't go the way people want it to go, they want to be mad with you. My own son has like, Mom, I want to give you money and you can trade for me. And I very quickly said, no, your mom won't do that, because when the don't go right or something goes wrong, I am not going to argue and stand toe to toe with you about what happened to the money. No, sir. So I will teach you. I'll teach a man to fish. I'll teach a woman to fish, because that way, if I'm not around, you can still get at your trades and get at your profits. You don't have to worry about getting at me. Right? I want to teach you to do for yourself. Do for self. All right. So this was S&P last week. It's S&P last week. If we look at our weekly chart, last week was all green, baby. The anticipation, even when we talked on our last call, we had this candle right here, this little bitty one, with the anticipation that the price was going to go here and come on back down. It came down just a taste, and I think it might have been like Monday. We got a little bit of a drop last Monday, but this was last week's candle. It is basically blown out of the little trend line that we had on it last week, and SPX is now into a resistance zone. If you see back here on September or August 28th and September the 5th, this is a resistance area, and SPX has pretty much hit that area. And now we just got to see what happens next. Basically, we see what happens next. All righty. But as I always say to my community, you trade what you see. Trade what you see. So this is what last week looked like. This was Monday. This little bitty green doji here was Monday. And the people who were in my class in our workshop yesterday definitely know what dojis are. They might have knew before yesterday, but they definitely know what a doji is now. So we got this little doji from Monday. Then it gapped up for Tuesday. Tuesday was a big, strong green candle. Wednesday, Thursday kind of sat. Friday, all of these are just kind of sitting in a zone, again, right at that resistance area. That's what's going on. Now we got to wait to see what happens next. This week, we do have some things going on as far as meetings go. I'm not sure if y'all can see that. Maybe I'll make it a little bit bigger, see if I can get it to go bigger. Oh, yep, there we go. Go big or go home. There we go. That's a little easier to see, hopefully. Maybe I can make it a little bit bigger and we can see it. These are the, oh yeah, that's pretty good there. I'm using Forex Factory's calendar. And I don't trade Forex. If anybody comes in your box talking to you about Arlissa and Forex, they're not talking about me. And that person isn't me. I have nothing against Forex. I'm just saying I don't trade it. So if anybody comes talking to you about Forex, it's not me. Okay? It's not me. Not me. Crypto, not me. That's not me neither. Anybody comes telling you about you can put your money into crypto, that's not me. That's not me, okay? So Monday, which is tomorrow, we're going to have the CB leading index yellow folder at 10 o'clock. So not much there. Tuesday, we have existing home sales and the FOMC meeting minutes. Now, this comes as a result of last week's stuff, right? This is where we may hear again about whether they're going to raise the rates or what, or they're going to stand down and stand still, whatever it is. This is where we'll hear about that on Tuesday. So this is a red folder. Be very careful because a lot of volatility comes as a result of that meeting. Wednesday morning, we have unemployment claims, red folder, core durable goods orders, those are orange folders. Red means high volatility, orange means medium volatility, and yellow means low volatility. On Wednesday at 10 o'clock, we've got University of Michigan, where they basically ask some people how they feel about stuff that's happening. They ask like 500 people at the University of Michigan, take that data, and that comes out. It's a red folder. Crude oil inventories is 10:30, natural gas at 12 o'clock. That's all on Wednesday. Thursday is a holiday. It says bank holiday. The market's closed as well. And then Friday, you've got flash manufacturing PMI. PMI is on Friday. So if you're trading this week, you want to be any week, not just this week, but any week, you want to be very clear on your strategies. What are you trading? What's your entry point? What's your exit point? And when you see profits, in this case, this week, you probably want to see profit, take your profit off the table because you just don't know what happens going into holidays, right? Holidays carry with them just another level of risk. And then you also don't want to be worried about your stuff while you're eating your Thanksgiving food, while you're hanging out with your family, or you're traveling back from hanging out with your family, because usually you do Thanksgiving and then you travel back home Friday, or you shop Friday, or whatever people do. Now you can do all the Black Friday shopping at home. You ain't even got to leave the house. You don't even got to leave, right? I saw a really good deal on the TV. Well, I wonder why TVs is the thing that they always have a great deal on Black Friday. Is it just like now it's gotten to be tradition or customary? Like, why is TVs always the thing that is used for the Black Friday deals? Don't know. But anyway, I saw a really good deal on TVs, on a TV that was at Sam's. I was like, oh, but they said you could just have it shipped to the house. You didn't even got to go out there and fight the people at, 340 dark 30 trying to get out there to get one of the three TVs that they got. They told you, we got TVs for $1.99. And they got two of them on a pallet. And folk in line around the building trying to get to the two TVs. You might, yeah, Dylan, that'd be good. Pull the trigger on that TV. I'm getting ready to pull you in here, Dylan. I got one more thing to share that will show our earnings for this week, and then Dylan will be taking the stage. So get your voice all cleared up. Me. Get ready, Dylan. It's almost your turn. Okay, so these are the earnings that are coming up for this week. We do thank EPS Whispers. They put this earnings graphic on Instagram and on Twitter every week, and we do appreciate it. We're not the only people who use them, by the way. Other people put them in their content as well, but we're grateful. Yes, we are. So some of these people, I don't even know who they are. New Legend Biotech, look like Full Truck Alliance, that may be an Asian company. Enlight, Renew Power, Zoom, we know them. Zoom, looks like that's Agilent Technologies, Symbotic, Trip.com, we do know them. Bell Ring, Central, Fidelis, Kohl's, we know them too. I'm actually surprised Kohl's is still open, but they are. Best Buy, Lowe's, they're this week. Abercrombie and Fitch, we know who they are. Baidu was a way of life. When I lived in China, we used Baidu for everything. Baidu is like the Google of China. So China doesn't allow Google unless you have a VPN. You have to use Baidu. That's their version. So we use them a lot while I lived there. The 3 years I lived there. Dick's Sporting Goods, Burlington, which is another store I didn't know was that surprised it's still open, is Burlington. American Eagle Outfitters, Analog Devices. Thursday, Nvidia. I really thought Nvidia had earnings back when AMD and those had earnings, but I guess not. They saving the best for last. Nvidia's earnings on Tuesday after market closes. HP is Tuesday. Autodesk, Nordstrom's, Urban Outfitters, Jack in the Box, T-Docs is there, Guess, and Emerin. John Deere is Wednesday before market opens. Baozun, GDS. Futu, never heard of them, is Thursday. And H World, another Asian company, never heard of them either. They're Friday before the market opens. Futu, I'm not sure how they're going to, well, I guess you can report your earnings anytime, but the market's not opening on Thursday. So I guess they'll tell us about it and we'll see what we do about that as we go. Okay. Now it is time. Okay, so I'm going to bring Dylan onto the stage, and Dylan's going to talk to us a little bit about his stuff, and then we're going to swing back around after Dylan look at some trade ideas maybe and check out some charts. That's what we'll do. All right, Dylan, awesome. You are the man.
Hi, Arlissa. How are you? Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you fine. Everybody can hear Dylan okay?
A couple thumbs up in the chat would be good, but if not, no worries. If you can hear me, I'll assume everybody else can, although, as we know, technology is not always our best friend. But
I ran into that today already.
Awesome. So thank you so much for having me on. I think I've joined maybe this once before, and you've been fantastic. Your community's been fantastic. We've got a good amount of your options traders here, automating a percentage of their portfolio with PeakBot. So I'm excited to talk a little bit more about that. And if anybody has questions, I highly encourage you to share them in the chat. We got absolutely nothing to hide here. We pride ourselves on being fully transparent and incredibly accessible. So ask your questions. Don't be shy. But so just a really quick background on me, because that's not why we're here. But I'm one of the 3 co-founders of PeakBot. I come from the world of sales and marketing, specifically in the sports world. My 2 co-founder partners, which happen to be my younger brother and my good friend, are the nerds who coded these algorithms in which we've now automated to execute trades for you. So we've been in business for about 3.5 years now. We co-founded the business in August of 2020. Yes, when you can just throw a dart at a stock and make money. We started with equities bots, swing trading, momentum-based strategies. And we have, in the last 1.5 years, transitioned into a fully options selling platform. It's our bread and butter. We've automated strategies like the wheel, the iron condor. We've introduced credit spreads. Collecting premium is the name of the game here, very much like Arlissa and the community regularly chat about. So what I would like to do is I would like to share my screen here in just a minute, just to show kind of how everything works. I want to be, again, very respectful of everybody's time. Just some quick notes. PeakBot, we are integrated with TD Ameritrade. We're actually commercial developers with TD Ameritrade, which is becoming Schwab. Don't get me started with that headache. That's been quite a transition over the last year or so. If you still have a TD Ameritrade account and it hasn't switched over, you're good to go. If you're on Schwab already, we're hoping to be integrated with Schwab by the end of this year. And we're also integrated with Tradier, Tradier. They've been around about 10 years. They're actually partially owned by Fidelity. And so we're working on a couple others. We're actually going to be, PeakBot's actually offered in over 100 different countries through Tradier and a couple future brokers that are coming. What I'd like to do, I'm going to try and share my screen here, Arlissa. I'll let you know if I have any trouble. I'm going to ask a question
while you're sharing. Does PeakBot still work, even though Schwab and the whole transition is happening? Thinkorswim went over with, is going over with all this stuff. So if people are on Thinkorswim, can they continue to use PeakBot?
If it's on Schwab, if it's Schwab's version of Thinkorswim, the answer is no, but very soon, yes. So Schwab has to provide third-party developers, commercial developers like ourselves, with their API key, not to get too nerdy, to allow us to connect to their platform. They're not doing that until they're at a comfortable spot with this transition, which the last communicated was we were getting it, this week. So fingers crossed that we get that this week and we can start testing and making sure everything's good. So I hope that answers your question, Arlissa.
It does.
Awesome. Okay. So if anything else comes up, let me know. I'm going to pull up my screen here, and then Arlissa, you might just have to add it to the screen at the bottom on the panel there.
Let's see how I
take your time, no rush.
You trying to have me do some stuff? Oh, there we go. Add to the stage. There we go.
Okay. Cool. So this is usepeakbot.com. I'll throw this in the chat just so everybody knows where to go. Arlissa flashed this up earlier. And we actually, full transparency, again, Peakbot, easy, affordable, transparent. We had a 30-day free trial. We actually just shifted it back to 2 weeks. Now, now, if anybody here wants the 30-day free trial, you come and grab it. You let me know. We'll give it to you. The reason why we switched back to 2 weeks, to be totally honest with you, our conversion numbers dropped like crazy. There didn't seem to be a sense of urgency for 30 days. But, we extend trials left and right. As long as you ask us, we're not in the business of turning people around. We want people to be fully comfortable here. So a couple things to know, and interrupt me anytime. Peakbot's built for everybody. All right. So we're not necessarily marketing this toward the 1% of people who have the freedom to stare at a stock chart all day. Although those who do also love this, because this just operates in the background for them, right? Kind of a stock trader in your pocket, hands-free trading. But our prime customer is the individual who's got too busy with life, family, work, travel, traffic, etc. And to have us be able to execute on your behalf. Much like Arlissa, we are not financial advisors, so none of this is financial advice. I need a hat that says that. And we also, we don't pick the stocks for you, but we do just about everything else. So if you take a look here, I'll pull up the Peakbot app. So this is at app.usepeakbot.com. These are the two strategies that we've automated, the wheel and the iron condor. Both, I believe, very familiar in this community. With the wheel strategy, we actually just a couple weeks ago updated our bot to allow a hedge. So that means that it's now selling credit spreads as opposed to a cash secured put or a covered call, otherwise known as a naked put or a naked call. We're now selling put credit spreads and call credit spreads. Arlissa, I'm not even sure if you knew that. Maybe you did, maybe you didn't. But what this allows is for more protection for the trader, right? Now a max loss is going to be set for you. So Arlissa, do you think I need to go through the wheel and the iron condor strategy with this group, or kind of just show the automation?
Just show the automation. Most of the people who are here understand those strategies.
Awesome. I think the one thing I should point out is our contracts for the wheel, they're weekly. Okay. So it opens on Monday, expires on Friday at the close of market. There's also an entry point on Tuesdays, just in case the market was closed on Monday or we caught you slacking, whatever it might be. So if you take a look here, I'm going to show you how easy it is to actually add this stock to your portfolio. Now, of course, I was talking to my developers earlier today. I don't have $32,000 in my account. I have about half of that. I got a little bug on my account. And, again, technology sucks. So anyway, if anybody was to sign up and see double a budget, it should be gone by tomorrow. Anyway, so what you can see here is how many dollars you have active in your portfolio. As you can notice right now, I'm running 6 stocks on the wheel. This is my account. These are the contracts I'm running this week. So you can see I got Carvana, General Motors, Palantir, Roblox, Sunrun, and Wayfair. And those are actually chosen from our watch list. So much like Arlissa with her trade ideas, we put together a watch list that gets updated every day at 8 p.m. And what we do is we give you the top 100 to 150 most liquid options chains per barchart.com. Okay, with a few exceptions, we do end up taking out some of the stocks that are worth more than $100 a share, just because that gets expensive. And a lot of our traders have anywhere between 2,500 to, I don't know, 20 grand in their account. But we definitely still have the Amazons and the Googles of the world on here. So what you can see is the stock ticker, the stock price, which is updated every 30 minutes. I'll zoom in just a little bit here. We tell you when the earnings reports were recently or if they're upcoming. And then this is the credit spread watch list. So you're going to see both strike prices. So with the wheel, with PeakBot, weekly contracts, we're selling the 30 delta and we're buying the 10 delta on the put side. So allows you to collect a good enough premium, right? Typically between 0.25% to 2%. As we're exiting this earnings season here, there's still some that are a bit higher. But as this group probably knows, the higher the higher the premium, the higher the volatility. My range is between 0.5% and 1%, where you can start seeing some companies that you're more familiar with over here. But anyway, as Arlissa mentioned earlier, Zoom, Baidu, Futu, a couple of these are still in earnings reports this week. So we highlight that for you. But anyway, we have our deltas, which are our strike prices. We have the max loss here for you, which of course is the distance between your spread, your two strike prices, how much cash you'll need to enter these contracts, the premium you're going to be paid. And these are all estimations, market changes, stocks change, and the estimated return in premium that week. Okay. And then we have the call side. If you do get assigned your shares, the bot automatically will first enter these contracts for you, automatically will expire. And then the next week, let's say you do get assigned shares because you finished in between your strike prices. So we're going to sell a call credit spread. So those deltas are slightly different. We've learned with time that the traders, I'm not sure about this community, but feel free to speak up. Traders like to be more on the put side. You know, they'd rather not own the shares as long just because of the risk that's associated if they can just collect the premium on the other side of things. So we're actually selling the 50 delta and we're buying the 20, which gives us a net premium on that side as well. Anyway, enough with the boring stuff. I'm going to pick out a stock here. Arlissa, I don't know if anything's jumping off the page for you. If so, shout it out and I'll use it. If not, I'll just pick one.
I'll just pick one. Yeah.
All right. I'm going to go with Walgreens because that's my pharmacy. I don't think they're going anywhere anytime soon. Now that I said that, I hope I didn't jinx it.
Right.
That's me. I have horrible luck. But WBA. So I'm going to go back to my PeakBot account here. And again, ignore my double budget. I'm going to go have a conversation with my developers. But this big green plus sign, I don't know if this will speak to everybody, but MTV Cribs, they used to always say this is where the magic happens. Well, this is where the magic happens, okay? So the big green plus sign in 3 steps, we want to be in and out of here, okay? Again, we said easy, affordable, transparent. I can hardly tie my own shoe, but I can use PeakBot, and I'm up 32% on the year strictly with the wheel strategy. I haven't done anything else. I've just let PeakBot automate for me. So first, select your bot. You'll type in which strategy you'd like to use. I'm leaving the Iron Condor out a little bit right now in the cold, but that's because it's a neutral strategy. I wouldn't necessarily say we're in a neutral market. About 90% of our subscribers are on the wheel right now.
Yes.
Arlissa, you have seemed to have better luck with the Iron Condor than others. Not sure how
well,
you're
no,
doing it.
only a few, and then I had to put it to the side too. I was like, nope, this market is not ready for a stay in between 2 zones. Oh no.
Exactly. And just so everybody knows, on the Iron Condor, really quick, it runs 1 DTE. So it's going to open Tuesdays, expire Wednesday, open Thursday, close Friday. And the only stocks you're trading on there is the SPY or the QQQ. And that's all on the 20 delta.
So
anyway,
question before you move away from that, where we at with is SPX and XSP, is that on the list for the nerds? Even though I
it
I
is.
resemble that emotion. Nerds unite.
Yeah. Hey, look, I wish I was. I wish I knew. I know just enough to be dangerous. No, so it's on the list. We when we update our bots, we do so roughly once a month, and sometimes more often. We have that on the short list for that.
Okay.
If
Okay.
it's not added,
Yeah.
you'll have a good reason as to why it's not, if there's
Okay.
anything, whatever. But I'll
Okay.
absolutely get back to you on that. But yes, thank you for bringing that to our attention. I believe that was your idea initially, and that's what got this rolling. So if there's any other questions, let me know. But I'm going to come back into this big green plus sign where you get started. So 3 steps: select your bot, select your stocks. Okay. Again, you're only choosing from the watch list. We're playing a little defense for you. We don't want you getting into any overexposed positions on these non-liquid options chains or something that's paying a net loss for premium, whatever the case might be.
Yeah.
So you can actually click view watch list here. I already had it up, but you can click on that and it'll pop it up for you. Okay. One thing I failed to mention is we also have the unhedged version of the wheel. Okay. That's just naked puts and naked calls. That's going to be all sold on the 25 delta. We're selling the 25 delta for the puts. We're selling the 25 delta for the covered calls if we get assigned. So anyway, I'm going to go with Walgreens, like I said. So I think that's ticker WBA. Now, you can also type out the name of the business. Either way, it's going to show up for you. So you can enter that. PeakBot does not limit you on how many stocks you can trade. Go crazy, okay, on the wheel. If you have the cash for it and it's on the watch list, add it, okay? But so just, so you can see Amazon, right? Somebody
Put
like
AMD
my dad
in there. Put AMD in there. AMD, is it on the watch list?
Yes, it is.
There we go. Put that in there. Somebody asked for it in the chat.
Fantastic. So AMD obviously is slightly more expensive stock. It'll tell you down here how much cash you need to enter that contract. We actually build in a little bit of a buffer. Okay. So step 3 is enter the number of spreads you want to sell, just your budget. So for this example, I'll just do 1. Okay. But let's say you had some cash in your account, you wanted to run multiple. You can do so depending upon your subscription with PeakBot. You can go up to 10. So as you'll notice, as I change this number here, the number in red is multiplying, and it'll continue to do so. So I'll just enter 1 at the moment, and that's it. Just so everybody sees how quickly this can happen. Bot, stock, budget, and you're done. Now, advanced settings, the hedge is going to be automatically turned on for you. But in case you only have a cash account or you don't have the proper options clearance in your account or whatever, and you want to trade naked, go for it just by turning it off. Not financial advice, but I wouldn't. Anyway, so it's all there and built in for you. So all you got to do now is hit activate. And I agree. Again, this budget's going to jump up double what it should. Then, anyway, I'll have to live with it. After you hit agree, you're going to notice that AMD is now added into your automated portfolio, and it has active 1 contract hedged. So that's going to wait until tomorrow. Our contracts typically enter automatically, hands-free for you, between 11 and 1 o'clock. So 11 Eastern is when they start. We typically like to sit out for the first 90 minutes of the chaos, right? We let the market settle in a little bit just when we're doing the wheel automated. So it's that easy to get it added. Now, important to know that you're in full control. Okay. You can log into your broker account, whether that's TDA or Schwab or Tradier or whatever. And if you don't like where things are going Wednesday or Thursday, and you think it's coming toward the money and you don't want to be in the money, get rid of it, roll it, sell it, whatever you want to do. If you've met your full premium and you just want to get out, you can go ahead and do that manually. PeakBot's going to expire all the way at the end of expiration automatically for you. Additionally, you can come in here. I know this is small. I'll zoom in. There's a little gear icon on the right-hand side of the specific stocks. You can click that, and that's going to allow you to edit your position from PeakBot. at least to a certain extent. If you're already in the contract for this week, it's not going to stop it for you, but you can pause it or remove it for next week. And you can also remove the hedge. So I'm going to remove AMD just because I don't have the budget for it. But it's that simple. Now it's gone. So again, you can go to usepeakbot.com/watchlists. I don't know. I'll try to put this in the chat. I was having trouble earlier, but this is free. It's available to everybody. Check it out. Even if it's just for your manual trading, I think, it's definitely some good information there and just does a little bit more of the homework for you. And, down here we have some must-read guidelines, just good things to know about the bots and the stocks and everything else. But what's really important is, as I said, we're fully transparent. We share absolutely everything there is about our algorithms on our website here. So you can see all the entry and exit criteria. You can see examples, the cash and broker requirements, what you need. Everything is there. So I guess just to wrap things up, and of course I'll answer any questions that Arlissa has or anybody else. We are coming out with a trend spread bot. Okay. So there's no information on the website here, but I'm going to give this crew a little info. We are extra. We are, so what we're doing here with this trend spread bot is we're actually taking another decision off the retail trader's plate. And what I mean by that is right now, right, depending upon where people think we are with the market, if it's bullish, bear, whatever, form your own opinion there. But PeakBot, hand up, quite honestly, we've struggled to provide a solid bearish bot. Now, of course, we've held out for as long as we can. We'd love to not short the market. It's not necessarily what we got into business for. But if you're paying for a subscription, which make sure, Arlissa, I mentioned coupon code E2T, all caps, E2T, for 50% off after your free trial, 50% off your first payment. So the trend spread bot, what it's going to do is we right now have the Iron Condor, which is a neutral strategy, Wheel, which is neutral bullish, and now we need what we think could be a good opportunity in a bear market. So we're actually going to take the 120-day EMA as well as a couple other indicators, and we're going to then automate that and put it into our algorithm to determine the weekly trend of the market, and for that stock even specifically. So if we are bullish, if our algorithm determines it looks bullish, which means we're taking 6 of the last 10 days and 2 of the last 3 days. If all signals point toward bullish, we're going to sell a put credit spread, hoping things go up. If it's bearish, 6 out of the last 10 and 2 out of the last 3 days are bearish, we're going to sell a call credit spread. And then if it's neutral, which we only imagine this happens maybe 1 out of 10 times, maybe even less. If it's neutral, we'll sell the Iron Condor. Which of course is both at the same time. So just another decision off the traders, back there, and allowing us to perform and drive results really in any given market. So those will all be weekly contracts. We're in final stages of testing it now, and hopefully that's out in the next few months. But I will get off my soapbox. I guess. Okay, I lied. One last thing. We're the only platform in the game who shares a full list of our traders' results. Okay, it's really important to us. The reason we built this business as 3 retail traders ourselves is because we've been burnt by these other platforms out there. And we're not the only ones doing this. There's good companies. We have good competitors. I can even name them for you, but where they miss is the simplicity and the price. So we charge anywhere from $19 a month up to $99, all depending upon your subscription level. The only difference between the levels are how many contracts you can run per stock. So that's it. Arlissa, did I miss anything? Do you have any questions?
You did a really good job of covering it. One of the things you didn't say at the end was that many of the other ones that are for automated trading, most of them are using buyer strategies, and PeakBot is really coming for the seller. So
Yes.
for those of us who are in the seller community, then, Peakbot is looking out for us because it's all the good stuff out there for the buyers and not as much for us sellers.
I agree. And I'm glad you mentioned that. I also saw a question a couple minutes ago in the chat. Can you pause your loss? You can, again, you're in the driver's seat, Janae. You can roll things over. You can get out of your contracts early. You can do so at any time. Peakbot's going to go all the way to expiration every time because that's just how our algorithm's built. We want to save time and eliminate emotion. This truly is a long-term investing strategy. We say automated trading because that's what it is, but this is scheduled investing. You shouldn't be trading this on stocks that you're not comfortable owning in the long term. My dad, who's in his 60s and doesn't know what direction is up, doesn't know his ass from his elbow, pardon my language. He's running this on Amazon, Verizon, and Starbucks, collecting 0.5% a week in premiums till the day he dies. Because why wouldn't he? He doesn't mind owning 100 shares of Amazon at a discount, and he doesn't touch this all year. Others are in here every Sunday updating their watch list, but teach their own.
Right.
So yes, Schwab very soon. If you guys want to start emailing Schwab and saying, hey, give Peakbot the code, that would be great. No, but we anticipate being up there hopefully by the end of the year. So
cool.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Arlissa.
Sure, I do appreciate you coming. Anybody else? I think we've had some really good questions in the chat. And I think we've answered a lot of them. Definitely go to and I made an edit on the use Peakbot. It's 14-day free trial. Use Peakbot.com is where you go because Peakbot.com is some other people. I know you wanted to buy that website though.
Absolutely killer. We're at Use Peakbot on all of our socials. We're big on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter. I wouldn't say big, but we post a lot of content.
You're there. Yeah.
So again, feel free to contact me. Arlissa, I'm going to put my phone number here just in our private chat. It's
Okay.
our business line that people can text or call at any time with questions. And we also highly encourage people to come and schedule their personal demo. So you can do that on our website, usepeakbot.com. Pick any 15, 20-minute time slot that works for you. You're going to end up talking to me. My competitors wouldn't even dare doing that. Taking out time to chat one-on-one with their traders. We believe it's the only way to do so. So let us know if there's absolutely anything we can do to help. There's also a chat feature on our website. We're here. Everybody's going to have a stock trader in their pocket in the next 3 to 5 years. We're not just betting on that. We're completely all in. And we just wanted to be the first ones to make it easy, affordable, and transparent. So thank you again for having me, Arlissa. You've been such a great partner.
You're absolutely. Thanks for hanging out with us. Appreciate it. Everybody give a clap it up for Dylan. I know y'all can't clap and we can't see you clapping, but hopefully at home you're clapping and saying, thank you, Dylan. Thank you, Dylan.
Thank you so much, Arlissa. You enjoy the rest of the night and your Sunday. Thank you so much to everybody who kept tuned in for me to just ramble. But sign up for your 2-week free trial, schedule a demo, and ask me anything. So
all right.
Talk soon.
Sounds good.
Thank you, Arlissa.
All right. See you, dear.
Take care.
Let's go on. That was pretty good, huh? Yeah. I think that's pretty good. Dylan's very accessible, which I think is really great. Him and his brother and their friend are really sold out on what they're doing, and they're really doing great work. They're really doing great work. Sometimes you just meet people and you just click. Dylan actually found me and reached out to me. Actually reached out to me a couple times, and to be honest, I ignored him. And because people reach out to me over all kind of stuff. And I'm like, So he reached out a couple more times. He's like, I really would like to talk to you. And I'm really serious. And I'm not really, this is like, he had to say a few times, this isn't a scam. I'm not doing this or the other. I really just want to have a conversation. And I was like, okay, then let's have a conversation. And that's what we did. And it turned out to be a nice conversation. It turned out to be a good meeting and a session. And, we're always looking. I know for me, I teach school during the day, and it's not every day, but some of the times when I really would like to be trading is a time I need to be focused on teaching. So I can't enter my trades necessarily because I don't have the time to watch. And then like on my long days, I'm teaching all day long. So the Peakbot just makes it easier for me to be able to still trade the stocks I choose with the strategy that I choose. And then the bot will enter. You still have complete control of it. You anytime they've entered trades for me, and a couple of days later I've closed it because it was done doing what I wanted it to do. So I closed it. I don't always wait till it expires. That's how it goes. That's how it goes. I let one trade of mine, this is before they were doing the hedged. I had either Riot or Mara, one of those stocks, and I had it for the cash secure put. And when it did get assigned, I knew it was going to get assigned, but I wanted to see how the covered call bot operated. So I let it go on to get assigned. And then the next week it entered for the cover calls. It did cover calls for me for 2 or 3 weeks. Then they put the hedge part in there. And then after a while, Riot or Mara, I think it was Riot, might have been Mara. It doesn't matter. One of those two. It basically went through the covered call and I was able to close the whole trade and everything for a profit. But I wanted to be able to see how did it operate on both sides. Okay. Janae said that might be the only good bot. All other bots. Yeah. And we want, we're going to get to the space where there's going to be a whole lot more automated trading. I feel like, and I think Jamie even said this, feel like we're like, quote unquote, on the ground floor of something that's growing and being a part. Like I told them we wanted to have XSP and SPX if they can get that on the list to add that. It's like, oh no, we're not doing, I told them I created a strategy for 1 DTE, SPY and triple Q a couple years back. And we used that strategy for almost a year until the volatility got crazy. So when he came, and this was a part of, I tried it again with Peakbot. And after getting breached a couple times, I told him, I was like, I'm done with the Iron Condor for now because this volatility is not the space for a 1 DTE. And I said, if you get something that's going to be a 0 DTE or 1 DTE on a non-stop, like SPX and XSP are cash settled. So I said, if you get it to where something that's cash settled, where I don't have to get my trade closed just because of the shares, maybe I'll come back to it. But they're open to hear those kinds of things. So that's why I said I feel like we're early to the party and they looking out for us. So what do y'all think about looking at some trades for today? Y'all got a little time? We've been on here almost an hour. But I wanted to see if y'all wanted to look at some trade ideas. We can see, do I have a yes? I missed your last class and really ready to get back in the game, shorting from reading stocks. Okay, is recording available? The recording is available. Valerie, did you pay to be a part of the workshop yesterday? If so, you should have gotten an email that included the replay. If you were not a paid person for the workshop, I do still have access to the replay for a small discount. Okay, so if you paid for it, you should have gotten an email with your replay. If you did not pay for it before we had it yesterday, you can still get it. I need to put the link in the chat so you can still get access to it for a discount. It's a small discount, but a discount nonetheless. You'll still have the information that you would want to have. I don't know where that went. You'll still have the information, but I'll put the link in the chat and that's the case. It was a really good class, I have to say. So I'm not breaking my arm to pat myself on the back, but I feel like if I was there, I'd have been like, this is good stuff. If I was a learner, I'd have been thinking, this is good information. I did that too. I learned some stuff along the way. Did we say we wanted to look at some charts, some trades? Let me see if I can grab this. There we go. Control C. Control. Okay, there we go. If you can use, let me fix this because Facebook won't let it go like it is. I have to change it a bit. There you go. There's your link. Work schedule. That working 9 to 5. That working 9 to 5 will come in and disrupt your life, won't it? But there's the link. If you want to get access to the replay from yesterday, you can use that link and get it. It's $10 off. As you see at the end, there is $10 off of the 47. So it'll be $37. Let me present again. Share my screen so that way we can see screen 2. Then I'll bring it up here. Here we are. This is the graphic that I put up, and I put this graphic up on sometimes on Saturday, sometimes on Sunday. It depends on how my Saturdays go. This Saturday was busy, so I did it this morning. This got put up this morning. What was I doing on Saturday? I don't even remember. Oh, I was in the workshop. Duh. I was focused on the workshop. All of my attention was focused on the workshop for Saturday, right? But see, here we go. We've got some covered calls ideas. IBRX, Mara, Carvana are here for covered calls. Cash secure puts, if you want to just sell puts. We've got Mara. Notice Mara is on both of these lists. So Mara may present itself as an iron condor opportunity. You know, when you do covered calls, you need to have at least 100 shares of the stock in order to do covered calls. Got to have at least 100 shares to do covered calls. Or you can do it with a long call. If you have a call on the stock, you know, if you bought a call, you can use a covered call on it. Cash secure puts, Mara, IoT, and DWAC are here. If you're going to sell cash secure puts, you need to secure those with cash. That's why they're called cash secured. Yep, you need to secure them with cash. So it's going to be the strike times 100, which will be $900 if you do it as a cash secure put. And this is what Dylan was talking about. They've turned the cash secure puts piece into a put credit spread. So they've put the hedge behind it, and they've widened the spread a little bit to make it into a put credit spread. Of course, put credit spreads don't require as much collateral. It's still going to go for the week. When you bring that extra side on, you're also going to bring your premiums down a bit. And if you're doing just the 1 week, your premiums will be such that they are. Depends on which stock you're working with. But here's put credit spreads. We got a pretty good little list of put credit spreads. And as you see, Mara is here for put credit spreads. And Palantir, these are the ones that we believe we're going to go up or at least stay up above your strike. They're either going to go up or at least stay up above this top number. You want them to stay. The thought is that they will stay above this top number. And then call credit spreads is at the top. It's a bearish sentiment where you believe the stock is either going to go down or at least stay down below your sell leg. And your sell leg is this first number here. Now, what I went through this week is I believe I checked for all the earnings. If one of these catches us, it's going to be because that was definitely an overlook, but I tried to do the earnings. And I looked at each of these on the chart to see that the strike price made sense, because these stocks do come from bar chart. Bar chart has a list that they use, and they come from bar chart, but bar chart will get you real close to the line. Bar chart will give you the strike right at current price. You know, price will be 1605, and bar chart will say, do the 16 strike. And you're like, there is no buffer here, even though the expiration is 12/15. So you do have time. We're talking about 2 to 3 weeks. So you got some time, but bar chart will give you some closer than close ideas. All right, let's go look at some charts. Let me see if I can bring this up. And I need to move the other one so I can see this on another screen. There we go. Now I need to trade or put what's the name back up there. Boop, come on. Where'd it go? Did I run it off? Oh, there it is. There it is. Okay, this is our chart. This was our charting area. I'm in Trading View charting. We talked about this yesterday. Trading View does offer a free area to chart. If you want a few more bells and whistles, then you have to pay. You can do their paid thing. I know they're running a special right now. I need to put my link in the chat, but they are running a special now because it's Black Friday. I think they got 40 or 50% off of it for the year. All right. Let's see what stock we want to look at. If you had a stock on that list you were interested in seeing, let's talk about it. I think Janae mentioned, or Tamar mentioned AMD. Let's go look at AMD again. We want to look at the chart. Okay, we see this is the daily chart of AMD. It is on a trend. It's got a little uptrend going. No shock there. NVIDIA is having earnings this week. So even though NVIDIA is not on our list and AMD is, it has earnings. And many times they run together, right? They run together. So this has kind of come. It's bumping up against this trend line. Thoughts is it probably is going to go up a little more, especially now that it's above the resistance, because we've got resistance back here at 119. See, where did we come with that? Our resistance was from back in August of this year. We had resistance back here. There's another line, another resistance area here at, what is that? 121. Another resistance line there. Change this to, I use the green dotted line for gaps. So yeah, we got another resistance at 121. And you see how the wicks kind of hitting up into that area. But, you know, depending on the kind of motion and force that it has, if it has enough people buying, because buyers is what moves the price up and sellers move it down, then it could continue to go higher. But definitely, I would look more for a put credit spread on AMD. The chances of it going up is greater than the chances of it going down, right? It may stay in this zone, but if you were going to do one of the trades, it would, I personally would feel more comfortable doing a put credit spread than a call credit spread, just by the very nature of the trend that we're looking at, right? Looking at our candle patterns, right? At this point, we need to see that next candle. This was a support area. This would have been called our support zone, or one of those valleys we talked about yesterday on the workshop call. This is a valley. And so that's let you know that this was going to go up some more. Question is how far. You know, you wait and see. Wait and see. If you all are putting anything in that chat, I got to go where I can see it, because at this point I can't see it. Let me move it to another screen so I can see any notes that y'all are putting. Okay. All righty. Let's look at Palantir. Let's look at Palantir. Bye, Janae. Oh, I can take off the Peakbot banner. We're done with that for now, huh? I do want to show this running across the bottom, though. There we go. Palantir. Palantir had earnings on the November 3rd. Right, it's got a little bit of an upward trend going. Palantir is the data people. I believe they're also in the AI space. That's what's going on with that. I would go with a trend line starting here and then also going up. It's a pretty steep one. Y'all see this trend line just needs 2 points. That's a pretty steep little line. It blew past the resistance, which was up here, August the 1st. It blew past that resistance. So we can look and see if there's another one, or where is another one. And I'm not seeing it. I don't think we're at all-time highs, but I'm not seeing another resistance. Oh, there we go. Where the current price is at 20.49. And if we're looking back here, look back. Where's my mouse go? Oh, there it is. If we're looking back in November of 2021, which was 2 years ago, it was in this area of price back in 2021. If we look right up here, we can see that there's a resistance at $21.19. There may be something right in here at this 20, right around where price is right now, but 21.19. So based on the trend, you would also look to see what would be a put credit spread would be a good move there too, because you see that chances of it going up, it's still got some room. According to the resistance, it's still got room. Okay, still got a little room. Let me see what we see. I see some questions or some comments in the chat. New comments. Palantir, thanks for looking at AMD. Yep. I think AMD may be a good opportunity. Not trading advice, just saying. I'm just saying. Let's look at the triple Qs. T triple Q, and then I'm going to go to S triple Q, and then I'm going to wrap it up. Okay, come on, baby. Come on, baby. Show us the chart. Come on, baby. All right, so this is T triple Q. This is the mini of, or the ultra pro of triple Q. Let me make this bigger because this is got too little. We can't see that. We need some good old glasses. Another one that gapped up the other day, trend. You see we've got an upward moving trend here. As far as resistance goes, I see one from back July resistance. There's one here. Let me get another line. You got to hit the line more than once. $45 is resistance there, and right where price is right now, $43, right in this same zone is resistance from September. So that may be why it's kind of hovering in this space. So it's been in this same zone for about 4 days. We've got a gap below here, which this gap below here, gaps will operate, a buyer's gap will operate as support there. So if you're looking for, a trade idea, you want to watch that support area down there, because some people don't believe that the gaps, that there is a convention that goes along with the gaps, whether it's, wanting to be filled and yada, yada. But, I've seen them filled too many times to say it doesn't want to. Right. I've seen it happen. So this is a buyer's gap. Okay. So resistance will be up here at 45. May offer opportunity as an iron condor, or because it's going up, you might just do a put credit spread, because you got it's going up more than it's going down at this point. This is right. This is the triple Q. This is triple Q. If you're not in my Facebook group, then go ahead and get in the Facebook group, so that way you can see. The Educator to Trader is the name of the group. That way you can see all the stuff I post, or follow me on Facebook. I put a lot of the same stuff. It don't be exactly the same, but I put a lot of the same stuff in both places. But now this is S triple Q. S triple Q is the short. See here, this is the short of triple Q. So when triple Q is going up, S triple Q is going down. When triple Q is going down, S triple Q is going up. So some people really just only want to trade up, not trade down. So you can switch between S triple Q and T triple Q, right? Because the market has been going up so much here recently. S triple Q is going down. And so now we have a seller's gap here hanging in this zone. And this is going to be the exact same chart that we just saw, but flipped over. The exact same chart, just flipped over. Turn this back to solid. Right in the support area at $16. Now, so it's only $16. I'll say only. Take that back. It's $16. I don't ever like to say only in front of money, because, $16 is $16. Y'all hear me? It's $16. It ain't only $16, but that's how much the shares are. You see some opportunities to trade. Maybe in this case, you may do a call credit spread. See what happens on this bottom side. Good thing I love about credit spreads is that when you do one side of it, maybe early in the week, and you see what happens the next couple of days. And if you want to put on the other side, so let's say you do a put credit spread first on Monday or Tuesday, and you see what's happening on Wednesday and Thursday, you may put in a call credit spread on Wednesday or Thursday and still use that same collateral in order to make more premiums off the same collateral. You don't have to add any more collateral to it. All right, that's why that's where earning iron condors can be very useful, because you're double using your collateral basically and making the most of your money. All righty. Okay, so let's wrap this up. We've covered the earnings. We've covered our meetings. We talked about PeakBot there. Y'all go check that out if you're interested. I have the graphic that I posted with all the trade ideas if you're interested in that. Remember, I have a membership community. If you want to hang out with my folks all the time, we trade SPX and XSP, among all the other things, but we kind of lean in on those 0 DTEs and literally make money every single day. Our community pulls in money every single day. I posted, I think Friday or Saturday, I posted that last week our community made about $2,200 as a unit. And we're making profits every single day. I'm not saying that to boast. I'm just saying, I mean, like the kids say, no cap. But we trade together, and we're trading some similar strategies, and we help each other along the way, because trading can be lonely. And if you're interested in joining up with that, you can always go to my website at Educator2Trader.com and see what we have there and avail yourselves of what's available. Right? We got that. You got all kind of courses and resources. Everything that you need to be trading as a seller. If you want to get that workshop replay from yesterday, please go ahead and use that link I put in there and follow through with that. Subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't already. All righty. I want to tell y'all that we do two things around here. We do two things in this community. We stay green and we get this money. All righty. I want y'all to have a good rest of the evening. Enjoy your dinner, and I will see you in the market. All right. Goodbye, everyone. Goodbye.